Going live. Oh my goodness. Come on, family. Come on in. Come on in. Oh, I'm excited. Oh my goodness. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Oh, we got to like and share. Have not been to see you guys in so long. I had to come on. I did a blog talk. I do blog talk every night. Well, not every night, every Thursday. And I do a blog talk on every other Sunday. I had to come on. I seen where it says two suspects charged with murder and Ahmaud Arbery killing. I had to come on. I am so excited. I just did a show tonight about the killing. Okay, and now I saw this after I got off the show, and I said, "Well, I got to come on just to talk a little bit about this." I'm so excited. It says two suspects charged with murder in Ahmaud Arbery's killing. Gregory McMichael and Travis McMichael were arrested into connection with the shooting of Mr. Arbery, which had led to protests in Georgia. Okay, for one, it shouldn't have took this long, and for two, you shouldn't have had to protest in order for them to do their job. Okay, this should have been done in February because it actually happened February 23rd, earlier this year, and it took them 3 months, knowing that if he was black, the shooter, if it was other way around, that night that it happened, Aubrey would have been in jail. You know that, and I know that. Okay, let's talk about that. Georgia police on Thursday arrested a white father and son and charged them with murder in the killing of Ahmaud Arbery, a 25-year-old black man whose death in February has recently attracted world widespread outrage. It should be outrage because guess what? It shouldn't have taken this long. Seriously. Because if it was my son or your son, black some, come on. If it had been their son, the other way around, our son would have been in jail the same night. She wouldn't have taken 3 months to say, "Oh, we're going to get a grand jury. We're going to do this, that, and the other." No, they would have been in jail, plain and simple. Okay. Much of the anger has been focused on the fact that no charges had been brought against the father and son, Gregory and Travis McMichael, ages 64 and 34. And tell me why. Because the story that I did tonight said that they thought it was, that they thought he had just um, stole something, but it come to find out he had went into an abandoned house that had nothing in it, and he was just looking. And the owner of the house said that he felt really bad that his unfinished house, somebody had died over his unfinished house. Now that's what the owner said. But let's continue reading. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation said that both men had been taken into custody and charged with aggravated assault in addition to murder. Travis McMichael fired the shot that murdered Mr. Arbery, the state police agency said in a statement. Now, this is the young man. Let me just show you him. This is the young man. You guys see that? I want you guys to see his picture. I want you guys to see. Let me bring it down some so you guys can see his picture. Okay, that's his picture. I'm trying to make it straight. And that's his picture. Okay. I'm so happy that they are going to charge. Okay. That's the young man's picture. Okay, angry over the killing at about 1 p.m. on February 23rd, and the lack of consequences for the McMichaels grew this week when a graphic video surfaced online showing the killing on a suburban road in Brunswick, Georgia. It showed Mr. Arbery unarmed, running toward a truck with two men near it, and then a struggle with one of the men who was carrying a shotgun. Three gunshots, three gunshots could be heard, after which Michael Arbery fell to the ground. Okay. And police report that McMichael had grabbed two guns and followed Mr. Arbery in a truck after he ran past them. Okay. Gregory McMichael later told the police that Mr. Arbery looked, listen to this, he looked like the suspect in a string of nearby break ins. Are you serious? He looked like a robbery. He looked like a robber he looked like a suspect in a string of robberies break in. But hold on, aren't you in the rural county? Isn't it a lot of opiate addicted people out there? Why it couldn't be one of them? Why is it always a black man that looked like a thief? Why is it never anybody white? And we know they're all out there in the rural area on the opiate addicted anyway. Why couldn't one be one of them? Okay. And the two robbers that they said happened was one was Travis's truck had a gun in it and his gun came up missing. So that's the one break in that they're talking about. And the other break in, the store manager did not even report. So what break in is he talking about? Let's understand. Let's get our facts straight here. Okay. There was no break in. There was no break in. Oh my God, they can just lie and get away with it. Oh my God, I can't take this. Okay, well, let's go on. Let's move forward. The case received little attention beyond Brunswick until last month. Now tell me why it didn't receive any attention because he was black. And then the district attorney tried to make it seem like Arbery had a mental condition. He said, well, it was a case where in 2000, I'm trying to think of the case. Well, he said he took a gun to school in 2012. And then the second one was in 2017 when Arbery, they said Arbery took a TV from Walmart. But my thing is, how does that show why are you even concentrating on that anyway? Why are you even putting that out there? Let's talk about let's talk about the man, the men, the thugs that shot Aubrey in the first place. Let's concentrate on that. Let's not concentrate on the victim who was unarmed at the time, who died trying to jog, trying to keep fit. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the men that shot him dead while he was unarmed, black and jogging, minding his own black business. Let's talk about that. Okay. Oh, we're not going to talk about that. We're always going to throw it on the black guy and want to make it look like he deserved to die. Why is it that our children always deserve to die? Why your children, why white children don't deserve to die? Why is it always our babies? No, let's stop this. You guys, I'm gonna tell you what, y'all better stop going out by yourself. You need to take your friends with you, and we need to stop boycott these holidays and stop giving these your enemy your money. Now, Brother Ben X had come on there and I'm stealing some of his stuff because he said we need to unify and come together. Okay, we need to a common ground, pool our monies together amongst us. Anybody that is not B1 is against us is our enemy. Okay, realize we are at war and fight those who fight us. Stop forgiving and loving everybody. Do for self first. I'm reading Brother Ben X's words and support our own so we can separate. Okay. And that's what it's going to take, you guys. You have to understand that you will never be their friends. I don't care if you date white women, you could never be their friends. They will always have a perpetual hatred for us. It said that in the word. For us Christians that say we Christians, it says, they'll have a perpetual hatred for you. He said, come from among them. He said, learn not the ways of the heathens. And what do? We want to call them our friends. You cannot call your slave master's children, great children, your friends. That behavior is still there, passed from generation to generation. Can we understand that? What is it going to take for us to understand that we don't have any friends, you guys? We have got to come together, pool our monies together, just like the COVID in New York. A lot of us is dying because guess what? They're not even treating us. They're not putting us on ventilators. And then when they do, they're killing us. Did you see the nurse that was online talking about it? If we had our own clinics, we wouldn't have to worry about them killing us. What is going on with us? You guys, we've got to get our minds together. We have got to pool our monies together and we have got to start producing our own grocery stores. You can get products from Africa right now. You can get products sent in. You can order them online. I'm telling you, this is stuff that we need to do. You got $1,200 from your enemy. Use that to bless yourself to open up your own business to pull your monies together. And you got beauticians, you got barbers, you got plumbers, electricians, carpenters that can come together, pool their money together, and they can open up their own shop. Come on. And Dr. Boris Watkin has he's got a website for black businesses. I think it's the blackbusiness.com. I think that's what it is. I'll put it in the comments if I think about it later. But he's got a website for us to do this, okay? Okay, the case received little attention beyond Brunswick until last month, but has recently spurred outrage among politicians, celebrities, and activists. Many saw the case as another instance in which the killing of a black man at the hands of a white perpetrator had gone unpunished. Okay, and that's actually what it was, and you know that, and I know that. Okay, now they was trying to say that it was a stand your ground law. Um, they're trying to use that stand your ground law. Okay, but my thing is, can you use a stand your ground law if you went after the perpetrator, like Trayvon Martin? That's what it looks like. It looks like another Trayvon Martin. Um, it just looks like it was a Trayvon Martin case. I'm trying to get the rest of this. I'm trying to read the rest of the story, because I think there's more, and there was more. I saw a little bit extra, but you guys bear with me a little bit, family. I'm gonna try to pull up more on this case because there was so much more, and I wanted to talk more about it. Um, the case about this young man, because it's just so sad that things happened the way it did. Okay, they was trying to come up with use the stand your ground, and only way you can use a stand your ground law is a law that allows a citizen to protect themselves if they feel their lives are in danger. Now listen to this, okay? Um, Regardless if they could have safely exited the situation. Okay. And then also another one is they tried to say it was self-defense. Now, to for it to be self-defense, to defend yourself for physical attack. Okay. You can't do that. And citizens arrest can only be used, it can only be done if you witness a serious crime. They didn't witness a serious crime. They didn't even witness him stealing anything. Like they said, when he was running down the street, they saw nothing in his hand. Okay, I want to read part of this story, the original story that happened before now the charges. Two men involved in fatally shooting Ahmaud Arbery face charges. Okay, first murder charges. I wanted to get the story. Oh God, I'm trying to get the story. Um, Okay, this is it. I want this one. It says two men involved in the fatal shooting of a mine near Brunswick, Georgia, have been arrested. Of course, facing murder charges, aggravated assault charges. Should have been a hate crime, also, according to Georgia Bureau of Investigation. Now, you know it should have been a hate crime. Okay, George Gregory McMichael and his son Travis McMichael were taken into custody and will be booked into the Glenn County Jail, GBI said Thursday night. Okay, Aubrey 25 was jogging in the neighborhood outside Brunswick February 23rd when Gregory Michael, a former police officer, and his son chased him down, authorities said. Okay, according to the Glenn County Police report, Aubrey 64, I'm sorry, Gregory Michael 64 later told police that he thought Aubrey looked like a person suspected in a series of recent break-ins in the area. After they chased down Aubrey, McMichael told police Aubrey and Travis McMichael, 34, struggled over his son's shotgun. The elder McMichael told police that his son shot Aubrey after he later attacked him, according to the police report. Now, if you hadn't chased this brother down, wouldn't have been no fight, wouldn't have been no attack, right? You chased him down, you get out the truck, because it had to be, in order for it to be a fight, somebody had to get out the truck. Travis got out the truck and probably walked up to him with his shotgun. Now, what would you do? Somebody walking up to you in a redneck country. You see red flags with them redneck flags out. You know them. You see them Confederate flags out, and you know ain't no good coming to you right now. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna stand there, or are you gonna fight for your freedom, fight for your life? Looked like to me he was fighting for his life. Okay, tell me he was fighting over the shotgun. Yeah, Aubrey was probably trying to take that shotgun out of his hands. Um, oh, always. I'm gonna always discuss. I just did a blog talk on this. This same subject. I do a show on Thursday nights. I just did a whole on the Initiative Radio on Blog Talk Radio. So if you want to pull it up, it's on current affairs, and I called it the same thing. Ahmaud Arbery, and white supremacists. That's what I called it. So if you want to look it up, you can hear it. You can pull it up. But I just wanted to talk about this because this needs to be discussed, and we're gonna keep discussing it because we are not going to allow this Trayvon Martin stand your ground to happen again, because there's no way. I'm gonna tell you what I heard Riza Israel talk about it, and he's talked about it being something like that. What law was that? Hold on, you guys. I had it written down. And if you would understand, it was something called the the Casual Killing Act. Okay, it was 1669 that said that if you kill a black slave while you're disciplining them, no charges will be filed. That's the Casual Killing Act. Look it up. That's what it looks like today. We want to say those laws are done away with. Those laws are not done away with. Those laws are still being held up in these courts. We just don't know it, but we can look around and see that those laws are being held up in courts today. But that's the Casual Killing Act. Look it up, okay? And it says, and this is a shame that it said he looked later attacked him, according to the police report. Okay. Gregory McMichael said two shots were fired before Aubrey fell to the street. Let me hold on. Let me see the order. Okay. Attacked him, according to. Okay. He said two shots were fired before Aubrey fell to the street, and the report said in a video of the incident, three shots could be heard before Aubrey is seen stumbling and falling to the ground. Aubrey's family attorney. Okay, Lee Merritt. Oh God, Jesus. We all know what that means when we hear Lee Merritt's name. It's almost like it. I told him, I wrote him in his Twitter. I said, please do better than you did with Bottom Jean's case. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Lee Merritt says that the McMichaels, who are white, saw a black man jogging through their neighborhood, assumed the worst, and tracked him down, and killed him. Okay. Um, this is really disgusting, you guys, because I had read before where he said, there he is, dad. And the dad told Travis, which is the son, let's go get him. Okay. And they jumped in the truck, ran after him. And I got the story here on my page, but I'm doing YouTube. I don't want to go off, else I might miss it. I want to get the old story. I want the one. I want to get the original story. That I'm trying to read the original story because I want more of the old story. Because yeah, Colin, I want to report a black man running. Okay, let me see if this one is it, because it talks more about the Aubrey case, even before now. Okay, because they said you have an audio recording of a 911 call when have shed further light on the final moments before Ahmaud Arbery was shot dead by two white men while jogging unarmed through a neighborhood just outside Brunswick, Georgia. The full recording obtained by the Guardian came after a new video showing Arbery's killing in February, which was released this week. Now, this thing happened way in February. Why is it just being released? Prompted widespread outrage and raising questions over why no arrest has been made. Transcript of a 911 call has been previously reported by local media. Arbery had gone for a jog in Satalia Shores near a Georgia coast on the afternoon of Sunday, February 23rd. The 25-year-old was known around the neighborhood and would sometimes wave at residents as he ran. So this was a familiar resident to him. But that day, a series of events unfold that ended in his killing at the hands of Gregory McMichael, 64, and his son, 34-year-old son, Travis McMichael, lawyer for Arbery family have said this death was a lynching. It was, it was a lynching. Let me see what you guys were saying. Um, that's right. I'm gonna show it. Hey, Jasmine, peace and blessings, girl. How are you? I'm glad you guys tuned in. But we're talking about this Aubrey, And it's just so sad at how I can't find the original story, but I'm gonna just read a little bit more of this on. It says lawyer. Okay, he said it was a modern day lynching. In one call made at 1:14, the dispatcher asked the address and the reason for the call. An unidentified man's voice came to be heard. I am out here at Stella Shores. There's a black male running down the street in an apparent reference to it was talking about Aubrey. Okay. There is the 911, but I'm not going to play it. In an earlier 911 one case, it said in 108, a different unidentified caller reports a guy in a house right now, a house under construction. Okay, the dispatcher asks if the man is breaking into the property, to which the caller responds, "No, it's all open. It's under construction." So why would they think this man is breaking into a house that's open? How many on here? How many on here have ever stopped at a house being constructed and have walked in the house with no walls, no doors, no toilet, there's nothing in it, and you just admiring it? I have myself. I'm sure everybody on here has. So if you didn't see Aubrey with a toilet or a TV or nothing in his hand running past, why would you assume that he's breaking in a house? And the house was under construction. That's what the man said. The lady asked, he said, the caller, they asked, the dispatcher asked if the man is breaking in into the property, to which the caller responded, no. Okay. They said that it was open, it's under construction. Okay. The caller then says he's running right now, and there he goes right now, referring to Aubrey, who was taking his usual jog around the neighborhood. The dispatcher asks, "Okay, what is he doing?" The caller replies, "He's running down the street." A few seconds later, this dispatcher says, "I just need to know what he was doing wrong. Was he just on the premises or not supposed to be?" The beginning of his response is garbled, but when the background noise clears, there is no clear answer to the question. The dispatcher ends the call shortly after and says she will send someone by to check. Now, they didn't have to do anything. They took it upon their own white selves, like they always do, and they went out to see what. Hold on, let's keep on doing this. At 1:14 p.m., the second call is answered at the call center. Following the first exchange between the caller and the dispatcher, okay, the caller again did not respond to the dispatcher, instead yelling, "Stop, stop that, damn it, stop." A moment later, he shouts, "Travis," apparently addressing Travis McMichaels. Okay. The dispatcher attempted to redirect the man's attention 27 seconds into the call, saying, "Sir, hello, sir," but does not receive an answer. The 911 call continues to record for nearly 5 minutes. I wonder what that 5 minutes had on there. Let's see. Authorities have not released the identities of the callers. No one has been charged in the case. Two prosecutors have rescued themselves. Okay, in other words, they don't want to deal with it. Okay, citing professional connections to Gregory, who was a police officer. Remember that. Documents and state records show that Elder McMichael is a former police detective and district attorney investigator in Glenn County. Now, I read earlier about some stuff that even with Glenn County is going through some charges themselves, the whole department. Okay, you got five out, the chief and four other officers that's going through some disciplinary things right now. Okay, you can pull up Glenn County police officers and see that this, what's going on in that county. So that shows you right there that they're not honest. Yeah, of course they're staying on code. That's why I wish we could stay on code. I wish black folks could stay on code. Okay. The Guardian was has contacted Gregory and Travis for comments. An outside prosecutor in the case, okay, in charge of the case, said he wanted a grand jury to decide whether criminal charges are warranted. You don't have to just let no grand jury decide nothing. You ain't do that if it was somebody black. If somebody black had shot a white man, you wouldn't need no grand jury. All you had to do was go and arrest his behind and put him in jail like you usually do. And this would have happened the same day that the man died. You wouldn't have had to wait. Could not know 2 months. You talking about you gonna wait for a grand jury? What you waiting on a grand jury for? Oh, let me calm down. Okay, let me calm down. Okay. Okay, the outside prosecutor in charge of the case said he wants a grand jury to decide whether criminal charges are warranted, but that will not happen until the late at least mid-June, since Georgia courts remain largely closed because of the coronavirus, and put their butts in jail until it open up. I don't care, leave them in jail until next to the next 15, 20 years. You don't need to even charge them. You know he didn't. You know they did it. So why do you even need um charges? Well, okay, go ahead and do charges, but still, they better not walk like Trayvon, like the George Zimmerman did. Okay, according to police report from that day, the two men grabbed their weapons, a 357 Magnum revolver and a shotgun, jumped into a truck, and began following Arbery after seeing him running. Okay, Gregory McMichael told police he and his adult son thought Arbery matched the description of someone caught on a security camera committing a recent break in the neighborhood. Arbery was not considered a suspect in a robbery. Okay, y'all feel me? Okay, let me see what you're saying, Jasmine. Yep. The same thing they did with Zimmerman. Boy, they gonna try that Zimmerman, ain't they? But I'm gonna tell you what, they better not get off for this one. George McMichael told police Aubrey violently attacked his son. Now your son got a gun. Your son has a shotgun. Aubrey has no gun, no weapon. What would you do, family? Let me hear you. Touch. What would you do? I'm, white guy come towards you, Jasmine, and he's got a rifle in his hand. What you gonna do? Okay, he said that Arbery violently attacked his son. Why was your son there, for one? And why did your son have a gun in his hand? Okay, if you come to talk. Okay, no need for guns because Arbery didn't have a gun. So why did you need one? Okay, let's go ahead. Okay. The video footage filmed by an anonymous individual and released this week contradict that claim. Okay, so now you know that they're liars. That's been established. Okay. Yeah, they stalked him. Of course, it was today. It was a lynching. It was 2020 lynching. That's what it was. Put that in the comments. 2000 lynching. Okay. Georgia law says a person can kill in self-defense only if he or she reasonably believes that such force is necessary to prevent death or great bodily injury, or to prevent commission of a forcible felony. The law also says a person who provokes an attack or acts as the aggressor couldn't claim self-defense. Did you hear what I just said? Do I need to read it again? Let me read it again just so I can feel better. Georgia law says a person can kill in self-defense only if he or she reasonably believes that such force is necessary to prevent death or great bodily injury, or to prevent the commission of a forcibly felony. The law also says a person who provokes an attack or acts as an aggressor cannot claim self-defense. So therefore his case is gone. You cannot say I'm self-defense if I provoked it. You went out there looking for something. So that's premeditated, one. Two is not self-defense. Three is not stand your ground, because stand your ground, you cannot say it's stand your ground. Okay, but let's go on. Arbery family has called for immediate arrest after the video was released this week. I saw my son come into the world, Arbery mother Wanda Cooper Jones said, and see him leave the world. It's not something that I'll want to see ever. I'm waiting on her to say that it was what? Racial. I want somebody in that family to say yes, it was racially. I don't want to hear her say that it wasn't racial, because this is racial. And until we call it what it is, they're not going to do anything. Until we call America out on this, stop making excuses for racism and deal with it and make them deal with it. Now is the time to make them deal with it. How many president candidates have come out? Did Biden come out and say anything? Did Trump come out and say anything? Did Black Caucus come out and say anything? What are we waiting for, family? The civil rights attorney, Ben Crump, who is representing Aubrey's father, said the video calls into question the claims made by McMichaels in the police report. They are heartbroken, Crump said, of the family of Aubrey's father. He added, it's just heart wrenching for him that he has to look at his other son and daughter and try to make sense of it. He really thinks that his son was lynched. Yes, he was lynched. Yes, he was lynched. Crump and the Aubrey parents, who are separated, want the public to see the video, even they cannot bring themselves to watch it themselves. I had a hard time seeing it myself, family. Lee Merritt, an attorney for Aubrey's mother. Lord, I hope and pray that they do better than they did with Trayvon and Botham Jean's murder. I hope they don't go to loving and forgiving everybody. Oh Lord, please help me. Okay. The FBI has said it's assisting said Department of Justice spoken Matt Lloyd as as it stands protocol, we look forward to working with them should information come to light of a potential federal violation. It was a federal violation. They need to be brought up on charges because they didn't do their job. Okay. Republican Governor, oh Lord, Brian Kemp late Tuesday threw his support behind that inquiry. Yeah, he tweets Georgian deserves answers. State law enforcement stands ready to assure justice is served. Oh Lord, when they say that, you know ain't no justice gonna be served. He added on Thursday that the killing was absolutely horrific. Also on Thursday afternoon, Donald Trump said, "Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Let's see what Trump said. I'm getting a full report on it this evening. My heart goes out to the parents and to the loved ones of the young gentleman. It's a very sad thing. Oh God. Okay, I see Biden in here. Let's see. The chairman of the House Judici- Judiciary System jury cited clear problems caused for first degree murder charges. Okay. This is sad. I read somewhere, um, I read earlier where they were trying to put it on Arbery. They said that he had a mental case, and they said that they tried to make it sound like he deserved to die. I mean, and that was what I was trying to I'm sorry, I was trying to see if I could see where dang, I can't find the whole story where it said that they had called up a prosecutor and she said it was um where they was trying to make the victim look like he did something to deserve to die. That's what they was trying to do because they was bringing up his past record, and I'm hoping they don't allow it to be brought into the court because then they're trying to show you that they deserve that he deserved what he got. But let me just tell you something. I'm sick of our children always deserving to die. When you got these white folk that's walking up in the court building, okay, full armed, okay, they got guns in hand and they're walking up into a court building and nobody is threatened. Nobody is, nobody got shot. The state trooper wasn't called. The FBI wasn't called. The National Guard wasn't called. But this boy here running unarmed with nothing in his hand, our children always seem to die. They always can seem to be the one that died. I don't understand. I'm still trying to understand that. When they talked about Walter Scott, they talked about Philando Castile, okay, in 2016 and others, okay, have initiated debates. Now they're debating about some things, okay. But my thing is, why is it that our children always talking about Alton Sterling, okay? Why is it that our children always deserve to die, but their children never? They can shoot up a school, have a gun in hand, and live. But our children, they can have a hairbrush in their hand. They can have a lip gloss. Well, not gonna lip gloss. I'm just saying they can have a pen in their hand. Okay, I got a pen in my hand. I deserve to die because I got a pen because I'm gonna use that as a lethal weapon, right? I'm just saying they have a hairbrush. They have a phone in their hand and they die. They shooting them for no reason. But yet their children can have guns in hand. They can have a long list of criminal activity and never get arrested. But this young man running and they said that he was running and they thought that he had a gun in his hand. Now, this is the last story I read said that the Travis, the boy, the son, turned him over after he shot him and he dead. He fell on his hand and he probably fell on his hand because he was holding where he had gotten shot. And he said he turned him over to see if he had a gun. And of course, he didn't have a gun. So you didn't see any merchandise in his hand when you stopped him. You just was out there trying to murder somebody. And that's all it was. That was premeditated, first degree, a hate crime. That's first degree murder. You need to be charged. They need to be charged with what they're gonna be charged with. Exactly. They think yeah, their children always, seem heartless. What, shameless, harmless. But then our children are always thugs. But guess what? Who's shooting up schools? Our children are shooting up schools. Who's shooting up jogging? People that's jogging with no gun, just running down the street, waving at folk. And he's a criminal. This boy had on a white t-shirt. Okay. The man said whose house the Ahmaud had went inside of, and he was looking at inside the house, said that he seen it on camera and he showed it to his aunt, and his aunt said, yes, that's my nephew, but he wasn't taking anything. He was just looking. And it's showing that he was just looking even online, on the camera. And then he showed him of two other boys previously that had been in the house, and she couldn't even identify those. So therefore, that's showing that it was somebody else. It wasn't even Aubrey that went into the house two times before. But my thing is, here we go again. Let's talk about those white people um, in the court buildings with guns in hand. I didn't see any FBI being called, no armed forces, no state trooper, and they just got guns and they got masks on. But if our children walk in there, what happens? It's death. They deserve death. I'm so over this. I'm just so over it. I'm so over it. And then you want to concentrate on the victim instead of really putting the blame where it goes. Okay, on the murderous white thugs that shot this boy, murdered him in cold blood, and then you want to blame him for him dying. Are you seriously going to try to put this on Armand that he used to cause of his own death when he's minding his own business, drugging? So now he's involved. It's his fault that he's dead. Are you serious? Come on, you guys. I'm so tired of this. I'm telling you, family, we have got to think about something. Let's go there. What are we gonna do about this? What are we gonna do about this? RZA said something good. He said we start threatening to sue the insurance companies. The insurance company is the one that has the police officers' uniform. They have the guns, they have the uniforms, they have the belt, they have the baton. The insurance company insures all of that. If we start suing the insurance companies instead of the police officers, the insurance company is going to stop the police from murdering us. Nationwide, if we start suing the insurance companies, and you need to pull this up with RZA is Islam. He said it today. He said he's sitting in his car. He was upset about it. He said if we start suing the insurance companies, all of this will go away. Because family, change does not happen without us doing something. I know we're nervous. I know we're scared. I know, we don't want to do anything. I know we were taught not to fight back. We were taught not to hit back. We were taught just to shut up, nigga, and sit down, and you take whatever we give you. That's what we were taught. Even our children in school. Okay. And I'm glad our children aren't even in school right now, but I wish we would teach our own children. We could teach them code of behavior because it's time. Teach them the history because it's time. Teach them African history because it is time for our children to learn the code of behavior, to learn the history, because if you don't learn your history, you're bound to repeat it. You have to learn your history. You have to know where you came from because we never passed that on. We got through it. Thank God we got through it, and we never passed. We didn't pass really slavery on. They just read a little page about Emmett Till, not even Emmett Till, Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King, the basics. Okay, they don't really get into the details of slavery. Um, so I think that is what we need to be teaching our own children, but we have got to separate from them. I'm serious. We can't just boycott. I seen today, and I was gonna get it on camera. We had two women that were in a car drive through a Chinese shop, and I'm like, food, and I'm like, I got so mad, Jasmine. I didn't know what to do. I was so livid. I was like, I wanted to get out and take a picture and put them on Facebook. I wanted to go live so bad. And before I can get out the car, they drove off. And I'm telling you, they must have saw me looking because I actually stopped in front of them. And then I had to park because I was going into the dollar store, Dollar General, one of those stores. Okay. And I had to stop. I had to park. And I'm telling you, when I was getting out and I had left my purse and then I took my phone and I was getting ready to go online because I was going online with them because I want to understand, why are you here? Why are you supporting your open enemy who beats you up, talks about you, talk how they treat the Africans for food? Yes, for food. This, we are going to not get respect for food, for nails and for hair. We allow them devils to, we allow them to treat us any kind of way for food and hair. When you have people that sell hair, we have black people that sell hair. And my cousin, I think it's for hair for me, or is, I'm gonna put it in the comments, right? She has her own and she sells hair. So if you need some hair, go to a black person and get it. You see an advertisement on Facebook for hair, somebody selling hair. Why don't you sell hair? Okay. You can sell hair. We need hair. Why don't we sell our own hair? We need to get into that. I don't understand why we see a need and not get into it. Now, family, is the time for us to pull our monies together and start up our own businesses. Okay. Like I told you, we have beauticians on here. We have massage therapists. We have tans. We have people that can do massages. We have people that can do pedicure, manicures. Pool, that's six people right there. Pool your finances together. Each one pay $100 a week for rent. That's $600. That's $1,200 a month. You pay $800 for a building, and the rest of that money goes toward in the fund so that any repairs need to be done, or you pay your electric bill with it. You pay your cable bill. You get you somebody, one person that's a secretary that right now can be family, and you allow them to team up and you let them take your appointments and stuff. Team up, pay your rent together, because we can't do this by ourselves, but we can do this, family. We make $1.2 trillion and we giving it to white folk. We have put Chinese folk children in college. We bought them $1 million homes. We bought them Mercedes and Jags and all this. And what we buy ourselves sitting on a bus. Okay. Martin Luther King's dream was a nightmare for black folk. It didn't teach us anything about how to own. It taught you how to get on a bus and sit in the front of a bus instead of him teaching you how to own the company. But the sad part about it was, in the 60s, we had our own homes, we had our own land, we had 200 cities, and we gave all of that up to be sold out to get back under our open enemy. That made no sense to me. I don't understand why that happened. I don't understand how that was possible. And why would we do that? Why? Why? But we're sitting up here doing absolutely nothing. You go out, stop going out by yourself. Start taking your friend with you. And you guys know what a friend is. Start taking your buddy with you. Okay? Do you see what's behind me? Okay? Start taking your friend with you. Stop going out by yourselves. I'm not saying start anything, but I am saying defend yourselves, defend your family at all cost. We cannot continue allowing them to murder us and with no consequences. But I'm gonna tell you what, if Ahmaud had some help, had a friend with him, it wouldn't be just him dead. I'm just saying. I'm not promoting anything. I am telling my family, telling my black folk, telling my family that I love so much. I love me some black folk. I'm telling you, I know we hard to love sometimes, but guess what? We are worth it. Yes, I often tell people, they say, why are you so committed to black folk? I said, if you've been through 400 years of hell in these Americas and still counting, still counting, do you think that you would be worse? We kill each other because they taught us how. Who else was they killing? Who else were we watching them hang on a tree? Who else was we seeing them burn? Who else was we seeing them bug break? Who else were we seeing them steal our babies? Who else did we see them cutting their pregnant women's stomachs open and allowing the babies fall on the ground? Who else was we seeing them give our babies, three babies to the alligators? We treat each other the way they treat us, you guys. Stop being so hard on each other. We have been in 400 and counting years of hell in these Americas, and we still going through it, you guys. We still going through it every single day. And then we turn around and allow them to teach our babies. What in the world do you expect to happen? What do you expect to happen? What you see is what you get. We kill each other because we black on black crime because ain't no white folk around us to kill. Because we be killing them the way we feel right now. You think not? We'd be killing them if they was in our neighborhood. Just like white on white crime. Don't let them fool you, honey. They killing each other just like we killing each other. Don't let they got the news, the media got us jacked up. The media got you believing that they don't commit no crime, that we doing all the killing. Please, you guys, y'all better come on and wake up. Y'all better wake up and smell the coffee. It is not just us killing each other. When they say, "Oh, black on black crime," you holler, "Yeah, white on white crime." You just remember when the white guy killed a whole family? Peterson, remember he killed the pregnant wife and the baby. Okay, and then talk about she was gone and he had killed a woman for his girlfriend. Come on, you guys. I just seen the other day where another guy killed his wife, okay, and buried her and said she had disappeared. Come on, you guys. These people do all kind of stuff. And then they want to make you feel, well, you got black on black Chicago crime. Well, you know what? Y'all dumping the guns and the drugs in the neighborhood. Let's talk about Reagan and Nixon, how they dumped drugs in our neighborhood. Let's talk about the opiates today. You reap what you sow. You seeing the opiates because you seen, remember crack? Remember that? Knock knock. It comes full circle. What you do to us comes back to you. I just want you to remember that. Family, I did not want to come on here and stay long. I just got off a blog talk. But I just want you to remember, stay safe. This will not be a Trayvon Martin thing. We will not let George Zimmerman's family get off again. Okay, we let him off before. We ain't gonna let Obama. We ain't gonna let Al Sharpton. We ain't gonna let Jesse Jackson calm us down. We gonna make America do what the heck they're supposed to do and keep. Okay, these men need to die. These men need to be held accountable. These men need to be charged. They need to be charged with a hate crime, and they need to be charged and they need to be put in jail. If you say coronavirus, put them in jail until coronavirus is over, until you can set them up for trial. But they got to stay in jail because they are a threat to society. And I'm just saying, they are a threat to society. So we do not allow murderers to walk on the street, and they are murderers. None of their testimony matched up. None of it. I mean, if you go on Blog Talk Radio, you can pull it up and you'll see that none of their testimony matched up. And you talking about the son got out the truck. The dad told him to get out. He got out. They got to fighting because this dude, Ahmaud, knew that this is not gonna be a good day. Somebody finna get hurt here, and somebody gonna get hurt bad. And he figured it was him. So guess what? He fought for his life. Yes, he got out the truck and he fought for his life because he knew those dudes were not playing. If you walk in, you know what? And it just bothers me how we want to move into a white neighborhood and think we're safer in a white neighborhood than we are in black neighborhood. Remember that lady who got killed at Kroger's by that white guy that first went to the school and was going to shoot up the church. He was going to shoot up the church because the church had a daycare in it. He was going to shoot up the church, but the church was locked. So he went to Kroger's and shot the lady. Remember, her family said that she had just moved in that neighborhood, in a predominantly white neighborhood, because she thought that she was safer than men in a black neighborhood. But who ended up killing her? Okay, so we can come on, y'all. Come on, come on. I'm not saying we can live in the ghetto, but I'm gonna tell you what, I'm not finna go out there and live with a whole bunch of Confederate flags flying around. That's just retarded. And then I'm gonna call them my best friends. Y'all crazy. And it just bothers me when I see people tell me Emily is my best friend. No, you're a safe Negro. That's why you Emily's best friend. But if you was me, I ain't got no white friends because I'll call them out every time. I don't have no best friend named Emily. I don't have a best friend. My best friend, my dog, Misty. I'm just saying, and my husband. But right now, I don't have no best friend. Talking about no white powder. Your enemy can never be your best friend. Family. I don't know what's it gonna take for us to understand this. And then I see these men trying to date these women. You've not gotten in trouble enough by dating them. What? You've not gotten in trouble by messing with them? Leave them alone. Women, start teaching your sons not to be dating these Beckys. I blame mothers for this. I blame mothers because if our sons knew not to date them, they wouldn't be out here dating. And the ones that say, "Oh, we're everybody. I love everybody. We're all the same." The devil is a lie. We're not all the same. Read your word. Because Yah told us to come from among them devils, didn't he? He said, "Learn not the ways of the heathen," didn't he? Revelations Romans 11:25. Okay. Deuteronomy 28. Read it. The whole book of Jeremiah. Read it. So I don't want to hear this. Because if we was supposed to be mixing and mingling, Deuteronomy 7 tells you not to. I need to read that for y'all because some of y'all don't know y'all word. Deuteronomy 7 talks to you and it tells you. I'm gonna read that. I got to. I gotta read that because y'all done lost y'all man when y'all sitting up here trying to tell me that God loves everybody. But Deuteronomy 7 tells you different. And I'm gonna read that. Deuteronomy 7 and 3, I think it is. I just want y'all, we're gonna have a Bible study because y'all done lost y'all doggone man. And I think I need to recap on some of this stuff. I just want to read Deuteronomy 7 for y'all. Okay, it says 7 and 3. Let's read 7 and 3. It says, and when the Lord your God has delivered them over to you and you have defeated them, then you must destroy them totally. Make no treaty with them and show them no mercy. Do not intermarry with them. Do not give your daughters to their sons or your daughters, or take their daughters for your sons, for they will turn your sons away from following me to serve other gods, and the Lord's anger will burn against you and will quickly destroy you. That was Deuteronomy 7 and 3. Y'all better, well, Deuteronomy 2, I started at 2. Then I went down and read till all up until 4, 5. I'm just saying. Y'all don't believe me? I just read it. For y'all Christians, y'all blinded Christians, okay? Because you know Christianity and tore our black folk up, okay? Christianity has blinded black folk. I'm just saying, y'all walk around here blind with no revelation. Your pastor ain't got no revelation telling you to love everybody. That's not the word. The word says love your brother, okay? Talking about your black brother. Because everybody in this Bible is black and it's talking about you. Who you think the heathens are? Come on, you guys. Stop acting crazy around here. Tell you to love your open enemy who keeps slapping the hell out you every chance he can, and you sitting up there. Oh, I love my enemy. He slap you again. You love me. You forgive me. Yeah, I forgive you, master. He slap you again. And you forgive me. Yeah, I forgive you. He slap you again and he shoot you and kill you. And then the brother, my sister, come up and say, oh, I forgive him. I don't want him to go to jail. Please don't put him in jail. I'm coming back if my sister did that. Somebody hurt me and my sister told them not to. I love you. I forgive you. Don't go to. I don't want you to put my sister. I don't want you to put her in jail because my sister would not. No, your sister want them in jail. Stop lying. Stop acting crazy. You right. You can't reason with no devils. You are so right, Jasmine. I'm just saying, I'm tired of black folk. I don't know what it's gonna take. I'm trying to get off of here, but I just cannot get it in our heads. Family, please stop trying to be enemies. Stop trying to be friends with your open enemies. Stop trying to marry them devils. Stop trying to marry them. Start teaching your boys not to be dating these Beckys. Leave them Beckys alone. They dangerous. That's forbidden fruit. What was that woman name that had that song Strange Fruit? What's her name? Strange Fruit. It was Strange Fruit. I cannot remember her name. She had a song called Strange Fruit. Please tell your sons to leave these Beckys alone. And with that said, I'm gonna let y'all go to bed. Have a good night. Peace and blessings. Shalom. Love you, family. Like and share this video because we got to get the word out and we're gonna do better. Peace.